Replacing your car's speakers can have a huge impact on sound quality because most factory-installed sound systems are, frankly, subpar. And like speakers in your home, aftermarket speakers run the gamut from budget-minded simplicity to no-holds-barred audio perfection. Today, I'd like to present a handful of car speakers that might stretch your budget but are really worth it if you crave the ultimate in sound quality. If you're a road warrior and also an audiophile, this list is for you. Before I get into it, though, there's something worth pointing out, and it's that we all hear a little differently. We all have our own tastes when it comes to speakers and how we hear music. So we've got a tool on Crutchfield.com for you to try. It's called SpeakerCompare, and it lets you listen to different speakers from home. It's not the same as auditioning speakers in a room, but it does a good job of helping you to compare the different voicings between brands, designs, and product lines. Sometimes you'll hear that a certain speaker is bright or warm, and those terms are not absolutes. What's detailed and neutral to one set of ears might sound harsh to someone else. The best way to find out your preference is to listen to as many speakers as you can, but it's not always easy finding a place to do that. We developed SpeakerCompare for just this purpose. You can get a decent sense of the basic differences between different speaker designs and brands. It works for home speakers too. I recommend checking it out sometime. If for no other reason, it's actually kind of fun. And here's an insider tip. You can play any song you want while you compare if it's a file saved on your device. We sell a lot of car speakers at Crutchfield and don't always get to try them out. So for this video, I'm leaning heavily on the opinions of our customers. They've been letting us know what they think of car speakers for more than 50 years now, and they know what they like. So here's what they think of some of our fanciest car speakers in no particular order. First up, JL Audio C7. This is an a la carte system meant to be used with an active crossover, and in particular, the JL Audio TWK88 digital signal processor, though you can use them with a DSP of your choice too. JL has tuned them to be neutral, so they're a blank slate when it comes to designing your audio system. JL gives the C7 speakers a one-of-a-kind machine motor plus an oversized voice coil which help them handle lots of power. They can be configured as a three-way with the C7 6.5-inch woofer, 3.5-inch mid-range, and 1-inch tweeter, or as a two-way system with the C7 woofer and tweeter only. Our customers agree that a proper amp and an active crossover system are key to getting the most out of the C7s. They report that the musical details are extremely present, and that the speakers deliver powerful, clear sound, particularly in the quality of mid-bass reproduction. So if you're going whole hog with your setup, give these JL Audio C7s a look. Next up, Focal Utopia M. This system gets its letter M from its tweeter, Focal's M-profile inverted dome tweeter. This is another system that can be a la carte with 8-inch and 6.5-inch woofers available, plus a 3.5-inch mid-range and that 1-inch tweeter. There's also a Utopia M subwoofer if you're looking for that low-end punch. Like other a la carte systems, these need an amplifier and active crossover to sound their best. There's also this Utopia M component system we're showing you here. That system pairs a 6.5-inch woofer with the 1-inch tweeter and includes an audiophile grade passive crossover to send the right frequencies to them. Focal uses a foam core woofer laminated with glass fabric, which makes the woofer lightweight yet stiff, and Focal even varies the thickness of the foam core ever so slightly in order to enhance the accuracy during playback. The aluminum alloy basket uses its open back to keep these speakers cool while they're working hard. Whenever I've had a chance to hear Focal speakers, it's the tweeter that really stands out for me. Focal's inverted dome design delivers impressive detail and dispersion and helps the Utopia M give you a wide, immersive soundstage with instruments placed neatly in the mix. The tweeter is made from beryllium, which is lighter and more rigid than titanium or aluminum. As a result, Focal's tweeter delivers the smoothness of a silk dome tweeter with the extended response of a metal tweeter. Our customers love those tweeters too. They say things like, absolutely stunning sound quality, and the beryllium tweeters are the nicest set of tweeters I have ever owned. One customer put Utopia M speakers into a 1963 Ford Galaxy and says, the speakers live up to every expectation. I don't know about you, but going for sound quality in a classic car always puts a smile on my face. Now let's look at the Hertz Mille PRO line. The Mille PRO are available in two-way, three-way, and component designs, and there are a variety of subs to choose from too. we've got one of the component sets to show you here. Our Hertz customers praise their musical clarity, often described as clean and punchy. And Hertz has made some design choices that help contribute to that punch. First, you can see that the woofer cone really is a cone. The V design, along with Hertz's enhanced pressed cotton fiber and pulp woofer cone, plus superior anti-resonant damping, helps with sound dispersion and helps deliver impactful bass. Hertz also uses what they call a boundary-free surround, which allows the woofer cone to have more area than other speakers its size. You see this approach in some other popular speakers too, and what it comes down to is that more surface area means the woofer can move more air and should play a bit lower than smaller cones. Our customers praise Mille PRO speakers for their great sound, good craftsmanship, and durability. They agree that they sound best with an amp driving them, and they can handle up to 110 watts RMS, so they're ready to hit hard. Moving on, we have the Alpine Status series. Alpine has designed this series around high-resolution audio. Status series speakers are available as a two-way coaxial speaker or as two- or three-way components. The Status series also has amps and subs, and even offers a high-res head unit and also a 12-channel amp with digital signal processing. Installed together, these make for a truly amazing system. We're focusing on Status series speakers today, though, and we're showing you the slim fit version of the Status series 6.5-inch three-way component set. Alpine trickles down some design and materials from its flagship F#1 Status speakers here. Woofer cones are made from a light yet strong carbon composite, attached with a special double-gathered edge surround, both of which help minimize distortion. Alpine uses the same woofer material for the woofer, mid-range, and tweeter, which they believe offers a smoother transition between them. They must be on to something with that philosophy because our customers report that the Status series speakers are amazingly clear and that they deliver amazing performance. Next, I'd like to show you the Morel Hybrid series. These get their name from the hybrid ferrite and neodymium magnets powering the woofer. Hybrid series speakers are available in two-way or three-way component sets, or a la carte to be incorporated by your DSP. Today, we're looking at the Hybrid 62 6.5-inch two-way component set. It's a one-piece damp polymer woofer attached to a rock-solid cast aluminum basket. Morel's Hexatech aluminum voice coil technology does a great job dispersing heat while the woofer's working hard. And this woofer can hit pretty hard, all the way down to 35 Hertz. Morel uses a controlled air resistance filter that controls airflow within the driver, which mimics the effect of an enclosure and provides greater control over the woofer cone. This, along with the super solid build, helps the Hybrid series give you deep bass and handle a ton of power. These can take up to 140 watts RMS, so they're ready for serious amplification. If you like your highs a little on the warmer side, the Hybrid series really delivers. The tweeters use a silk dome coated with cool-sounding compound Morel calls AccuFlex. The result is a perfect blend with the hard-hitting woofer and a satisfying stereo image. Customers who gravitate toward these Morel Hybrid series speakers report great sound quality at any volume when powered by an amp. They like a more laid-back sound and can sometimes find other speakers brands' tweeters to be too bright for their tastes. If you like a warmer set of speakers, the Morel Hybrid series is a good choice. Customers agree, the tweeters are special in this set. The last speakers on our list today, but certainly not least, leads us back to Focal. This time we're looking at the Focal Flax Evo series. We've got the PS165FE 6.5-inch two-way component set to show you. As the name implies, Focal uses flax fibers in its woofer cone, which you can see pretty clearly. As it turns out, flax fibers make for a super rigid and lightweight cone, and they do a good job limiting vibrations, which is what you want in a woofer cone. It's always a balance between weight and stiffness, which is why you see so many approaches across brands to find their favorite light yet strong woofer cone material. Focal looked outside and thought, Focal's Tune Mass Damper Surround borrows technology originally created to use in skyscrapers built in earthquake zones. They say that allows them greater control of the woofer cone, which allows for more faithful and natural reproduction of your music. The tweeter in the Flax Evo series uses the same inverted dome design Focal is famous for, but instead of beryllium used in the more premium Utopia M set we showed you earlier, the Flax Evo series uses an aluminum-magnesium combo. Beryllium or not, the real secret behind Focal's tweeter design is that inverted dome. It mimics the sound dispersion of a woofer, and it makes the tweeter less directional than other designs. The wider dispersion of the detailed high frequencies are a big part of what makes Focal speakers so great, the soundstage, or the stereo image that they present. That's a theme our customers who put Focal Flax Evo series speakers in their cars keep coming back to, the soundstage. If you're not familiar with that term, imagine you're listening to stereo speakers and you're able to pinpoint the place on stage the musician would be standing in front of you. This is also called stereo imaging, and when you've got a stereo system dialed in, whether in your car or at home, the speakers kind of disappear and you can hear all the separate musicians playing their parts. Focal Flax Evo customers often remark on how well their speakers accomplish this. So that's our list of customer-approved premium car speakers. No list is perfect though, and I'd like to encourage you once again to try out our SpeakerCompare tool on Crutchfield.com as part of your shopping journey. And as always, if you have any questions or need help deciding, just get in touch with us. And thank you so much for watching.